Well, a very good afternoon from Sacred Heart College in Auckland. This is the premier secondary schools tournament in the country for 2020 in the sport of water polo. And up next, it is the bronze medal match between the might of Hamilton Boys High School and Rangitoto College. It should be an absolute classic as we have a look at this Hamilton Boys High School lineup. And joining me in commentary, High Performance Manager for New Zealand Water Polo, Kurt Goldsworthy. Well, these two teams have met in pool play, and there was nothing in it then. What are you expecting for this?
Oh, another tight game, some quality athletes here in both sides, and both well coached, very well coached.
So immediately, first blood goes to Hamilton Boys High School. In their famous maroon and black colours. Plenty of depth in both squads. Number 9 is Ethan Mataya for Hamilton. Number 6, Michael Scott. No. Good pressure though, coming from Rangitoto College early. Boston Frost in goal for them. And immediately to Luca Masur, who will just try and survey, try and get a bit of a read on the screen type defence from Hamilton Boys High.
The referee's called an exclusion there, so the goal's disallowed. Good entry pass by Rangitoto, nice patience.
So Rangitoto, first real scoring opportunity, prepared to be patient, 30-second shot clock, looking to try and switch play. Good defence coming from Hamilton though, good zone defence at the moment. Opportunity, going to need to try and shoot, and wide, so good defence from Hamilton. Didn't panic at any point.
Rangitoto forced that last pass to Daniel Warman.
So Brady Lang for Hamilton Boys, wearing the number 4 cap. He's a big man. And referees not happy.
Another exclusion there.
And they look to try and go long, try and turn this Hamilton Boys High defence around.
Yeah, rather risky.
But Matt Lander. Now Hamilton with an opportunity.
Good chance.
Manhandled though. So that is Daniel Warman.
Nice patience.
Yeah, happy to be patient. Very physical at the moment from Ollie Pritchard for Rangitoto College. Shot clock counting down. And they have the shot, and somehow out of nothing, it is Hamilton Boys who open the scoring.
Bryden Harvey there, low angle, right-handed, tough shot, put it away.
He had the pressure of the countdown clock too. It was down to 2-1. You could hear the calls in the background. So Caden Brown for Rangitoto to get play back underway. Luca Masur, a lot of play built around the number 8. Good defence again coming from Hamilton. Manning up, but quick, beautifully read from Hamilton Boys, and they will break. They will turn defence into offense. Ethan Mataya, wonderful player, build much of their game around him. They come down the left-hand side of the pool. Brady Lang, back to Mataya. In fact, Kieran Van Staden wearing the number 8 cap.
Good entry pass.
Great pressure though. Good pressure coming from Rangitoto. Really sort of pressing defence moving forward.
Opportunity at centre forward. Good steer. Oh!
Opportunity off the top of the crossbar. So chance again, almost out of nothing for Rangitoto.
Yeah, Matt Lander overcommitting to the ball and not getting there first.
Now Matt Lander, he's a quality player. You know a lot about him, Kurt.
Yeah, he's a very good young man in the goal and in some of our development program squads.
Equally at the other end is Boston Frost wearing the number 1 cap, the goalkeeper for Rangitoto. Good chance here coming from Max Wolf. Wolf, does he have a shot? He does take the opportunity, but a brilliant save from Lander. That is good play, and now it is Rangitoto having to get back very quickly. Chance here for Hamilton.
Good play, Brody Lang.
And that is just class, but just wide from Lang. What a player. So Rangitoto have identified the dangers very quickly. And here comes a chance at the other end of the pool. What a game we've got on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Good shot coming from Rangitoto through Daniel Warman. So Warman. Seven finds eight. Eight is Luca Masur. Good little backhand, but picked up beautifully again by Lander. Good defence from Hamilton.
Yeah, lots of bodies back there. Difficult for Daniel Warman.
Hamilton just happy to slow things down. This is better. A lot more composed. A long shot. And just take Rangitoto off guard. And suddenly, that buffer is now 2-0. Yeah, Hamilton Boys High School, a very different approach.
Yeah, nice finish off a late counter. Michael Scott coming through the middle. No one picking him up. And finishing the job.
So just 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter. 6-minute quarters. So Rangitoto through Caden Brown. This is better. Drawing two defenders, Brown. Now opens it up. Shot comes. Brilliant. Well, anything you can do, we can do. That is the message from Rangitoto. Absolutely superb. I think Max Wolf on that occasion.
A very nice backhand from at centre forward. A lot of Rangitoto's play will be around Max Wolf.
2-1 the score.
Sloppy pass.
So, Rangitoto go down the right-hand side of the pool through Luca Masur. Happy just to survey and govern. Has a look. Switches play. Shot comes.
Nice field block.
Yeah, nicely blocked, I think, by Mitchell Kitely for Hamilton Boys High. The shot comes, though, off the top of the crossbar. Boy, just how quick is Wolf. He is a quality player. And now the chance comes for Hamilton. Looks like breakdown in communication, one-on-one, surely.
Penalty called.
So, chance here for Hamilton.
Yeah, Ollie Pritchard pulling down Brody Lang just as he's about to shoot the ball inside the 6 metre.
Well, did he have a choice?
No, not really.
So, rather take his chance in the penalty. So what does Frost do here? Not much. Simply too good. Once again, the brilliance of Michael Scott. Just pure power, just pulls the trigger.
Yeah, well taken penalty. They're not as easy as they look.
Now, I'd imagine too, sometimes, you know, the diameter of the pool doesn't necessarily, or of the goalie doesn't necessarily change. It's the same measurements, but just sometimes you hear it in soccer. Sometimes, for whatever reason, the backdrop, some goals can just look bigger than others, and players you often hear saying, I just couldn't see it today. And other days they say, hey, there's no way I could miss. So, never as easy as it looks. Number 13 for Rangitoto is Matt Snyman, and Snyman decides to switch play. Finds Taze Noom Duckworth. And that really, I wouldn't say a squandered opportunity.
Oh, exclusion here. It's an opportunity if he's quick.
So here is the chance to really just try and extend it. 33 seconds
well
on the
done.
clock, and Hamilton Boys High School, 4-1, starting to take a commanding lead. They were second last year at the National Championships. And the scary prospect is a lot of their key players are back for another year next year. So plenty of depth in this Hamilton Boys High School side.
Certainly is. Rangitoto's a very young side as well. Lots of year 11s.
So Boston Frost. This is a good man-on-man D from Hamilton. Very much a press-type defence. Getting up, shutting down the angles, putting
Exclusion.
pressure on the ball carrier. Shot clock counts down, has the shot and scores. So 4-2 as we bring the end of the first quarter. 6 minutes is up. And how important, how decisive was that shot, that final goal from Rangitoto? It keeps them in there, Kurt.
Does indeed. 2 goals is very achievable in any quarter. Most teams really want to be trying to put on 3 to 4 goals a game.
Okay, so just for our viewers out there, you've had an opportunity to have a look at both teams. Let's have a talk about Hamilton defensively. What are you seeing?
Mostly a press. If they're going to press all the time, they're going to have to make sure that Max Wolf is heavily marked, and there could well be some help assistance.
Okay, so I'd imagine that the coaching staff for Rangitoto will be aware then that there is this press defence. So offensively, how do they counter that?
Well, there'll be opportunities at centre forward, and off a press defence, exclusions can occur quite easily off a quality drive.
So it's about trying to force the exclusion, put the pressure back on. And offensively, what have you noticed from Hamilton boys?
Well, most of their goals come from counter. Kieran van Straten hasn't really stepped into the game yet. He hasn't needed to too much. Michael Scott certainly delivering.
So it is, if you just joined us, you are watching the bronze medal match in the Chris Hayward Invitational, the Premier New Zealand Secondary Schools Tournament of 2020. The top 10 teams from last year's Nationals have been invited to this tournament. The gold medal match will follow this between the defending national champions, Sacred Heart, taking on Tauranga Boys College. Our 2 referees today.
Fabian van Vrooy and Sam Wiley.
And we are back underway. Rangitoto, they would love to get the first points on the board in this second quarter, but it is Hamilton boys through Michael Scott, who are just happy to slow things down. Luca Masseur says, I'm just going to let you know I'm here.
Certainly did.
And this is good. That's good defence from Rangitoto, forcing the turnover. And Caden Brown puts his hand up and receives a bit of acknowledgement for the crowd for that play. Masseur again. Talked about that press defence from Hamilton. They've got to be careful. The shot comes, looks for the little lob. But really just too easy for Matt Lander in the finish in goal. Hamilton too, as you mentioned, Kurt, during the break, that very good in terms of the counter-attack. But they seem to be a lot more measured now. I'm not sure that it's working for them because Rangitoto, 2 chances now, have managed to regain possession. And that's a great shot, just wide. Wow, he just pulled the trigger once again, Rangitoto College.
Yeah, nice sweep shot. Very quick.
Ethan Mataya.
Yeah, Rangitoto gone to a zone defence here.
Oh,
and they've allowed the ball in.
Chance will come.
Yeah.
And again, that's the 3rd time we've seen that in the middle of the pool too.
Yeah, another offence that Kieran van Straten must be holding.
Yeah, that'll be frustrating, I would imagine, the Hamilton boys coaching staff. So, Ollie Pritchard for Rangitoto to teammate Caden Brown. Pritchard again. The exclusion. Shot comes. Oh, disappointing opportunity for Rangitoto. Should have done better.
Great block, Matt Lander. Tried to shoot over the top of his head.
Yeah, I think Michael Scott will be disappointed with that. Now the counter-attack for Hamilton boys. They've been so effective on the counter. Still with that 2-goal buffer. Starting to get physical. Both sides going to need to control the discipline. The long shot.
Yeah, good block by the goalkeeper.
And Boston Frost.
2 metre, Hamilton boys. Exclusion, Caden Brown.
So chance here.
Good chance.
Overlap for Hamilton boys. Shot clock running down. Not a great pass. A lot of pressure now on Hamilton. They need to take their opportunity. They look for the long shot. It was never really on. Frost did a good job of coming across to that near post and just shutting any angle down. So, Rangitoto College surviving, but only just.
Exclusion there. Good work by Max Wolf.
So,
Geordie Chapman excluded.
So Chapman will have 20 seconds to think about things. Goes back across to Warman, I should say. So Warman. Rangitoto though looking for that chance, looking for that opportunity. The shot comes, but again landed too good. The difference so far in the second quarter. And it will be Ollie Pritchard who'll get things back underway. Do they look to try and just speed things up? The shot comes from a different angle. On this occasion, they score. Rangitoto. Better. Took their chance through Mika Buckley.
Yeah, an excellent shot, just as the excluded player was about to re-enter the pool.
So 4-3, nothing in it. Bronze medal match. The Chris Hayward Invitational New Zealand Secondary Schools Tournament. The venue, Sacred Heart College in Auckland. It was, I think, a 2-goal buffer. These two teams did meet in pool play. But as we've seen in this tournament, the teams have improved drastically since first entering the pool on Tuesday to where we are now, Thursday afternoon. Good defence from Rangitoto. Not a great pass. This time getting monstered. Number 7, Georgie Chapman. Max Wolf working him over. And
yeah, counter disappeared because the ball landed in the corner. Took the goalie too long to get it.
So Hamilton again looking for this press defence, looking to try and come forward, shut down the angles, put pressure on the ball carrier. Luka Masur, nice pass. Hamilton forced to maybe go back to a little bit more of his own defence.
Oh, good entry pass.
Great entry pass, great save once again from Lander. How good is this young man?
He's having a very strong game on the inside. And by that I mean the shots coming from in close. Very strong. Good opportunity.
Now the other end. Looking just for that little lob shot. We saw that effectively executed last week in the girls tournament, staged at the same venue. But it's got to be precise. One thing I like about Boston Frost, he's not afraid to come forward out of goal, but he's also not afraid to just sit back a little bit and shut that angle down. And there comes another shot. Very good save again from Lander. Well, you talk about players being in the zone, and this young man certainly is.
Okay, we'll twist at centre forward.
Yeah, Connor Stewart wearing the number 5 cap for Hamilton. Looks to just try and get it to Michael Scott. But Scott, good pressure coming again from Rangitoto. This time there, using that press defence well. Now, chance here for Rangitoto to tie it all up.
Cheeky chip and chase by Max Wolf. Draws the exclusion.
So a lot of their play built around Wolf. Now, looking to try and switch play. Shot clock starting to count down. Chance comes. The angle not there. Good defence from Hamilton. Oh, the little backhand. Not effective though. Just wide. So good defence coming from Hamilton boys. Ethan Matea, number 9 for Hamilton boys high.
Kale twist at centre forward.
Connor Stewart.
Ball sliding away.
Yeah,
referee can't get involved.
Looks to go long, and that will bring us to half-time. It is Hamilton Boys High School with a 1-goal lead over Rangitoto, 4-3. Fascinating game. You are watching the bronze medal match in the Chris Hayward Invitational live here on Sky Sport, the next platform. Well, Kurt, they talk about games often being won by individuals, and we've seen the likes of Max Wolf for Rangitoto College, Matt Lander for Hamilton Boys. How important now, though, is depth of squad with 12 minutes remaining, 2 periods of 6 minutes?
Well, neither team's in foul trouble at the moment, so the depth of the squad won't be too bad. Some of the other athletes certainly have to start performing a little bit stronger. With Max Wolf going into centre forward, and in that quarter they went, Hamilton boys played a little bit more zone. They might need to start shooting from the outside. But they really struggled in the front half of that quarter at centre forward, where they had those 3 turnovers too quickly, which meant their first offence genuinely didn't come, just for about 2.5 minutes.
Very animated Ra Teokote White, the coach for Hamilton. Looking at the body language, what's the message?
He'll want more enthusiasm from the boys. He's got a couple that are up there, as we can see. Matt Lander's going very well, Michael Scott's going very well, but some of the others need to step up. And Sefa Tuesau on the other end, very calm, collected.
Yeah, wonderful stepping stone for the players to that next level secondary school sport, but also for the coaches.
Sefa Tuesau played in the US at Cal Berkeley.
Yeah, good to see too that we are seeing a lot more Māori, Polynesian, Pacifica being involved in the sport of water polo. Can be gladiatorial by nature, and I think New Zealanders, it's part of their DNA, do like physical contact in their sport.
Plenty of that in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't always see a lot of it because we don't have the underwater cameras, but that is the role of these fine gentlemen in white, to ensure that things don't get out of hand. Good crowd in too. The final still to come. That should be an absolute cracker between the defending national champions Sacred Heart and Tauranga boys. It'll be Rangitoto, who will now be Hamilton boys high, who will be playing from left to right. Rangitoto from right to left. It's Hamilton boys. In fact, opportunity here for Rangitoto. What do the referees say?
Ball under.
So I'll just get you to explain that rule.
The referee called it. Mikey Buckley from Rangitoto had his hand on top of the ball, and the opponent pushed the ball down.
Chance
Once
here.
the ball goes under the water, it becomes, if it's contested, it becomes the opposition ball.
So chance now for Rangitoto. Good defence. They look to just come straight down through the middle. Chance here. Chance now for Rangitoto to try and level it up. Really, Hamilton boys, they had no real choice then. They were just taken by some brilliant play down through the middle of the pool, and the goal will be scored brilliantly again by Max Wolf for Rangitoto. It is 4 goals each.
That was an excellent shot by Max Wolf, shooting underneath the goalie, even on the same side.
Braden Cooper for Hamilton boys, surveying the defence that Rangitoto are putting up. Rangitoto playing more of a man-on-man pressing defence. On that occasion though, chance here. Well, referees let that one go. Very physical, both ends of the pool.
Oh, good defence. 2 hands up. Oh, Max Wolf's still got the ball.
4-3, Rangitoto College. Opportunity comes, an opportunity taken. Great play from Caden Brown, found Max Wolf. Wolf on the angle. Well, he just pulled the trigger, and it is tied up at 4 each.
Yeah, good vision from Caden Brown. Fortunate to keep the ball there, Rangitoto. So Max Wolf did exceptionally well to regather.
And Rangitoto College on Auckland's North Shore. Still got a feeling they've got the largest roll in the country, just over 3,000 students. Boys and girls, co-ed school. Hamilton, well, what sport are they not good at? Brilliant at rugby, very good at rowing school. And now starting to establish themselves as one of the premier water polo schools in the country. 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
Oh,
shot will
pass.
come. Oh, wide though.
Yeah, good opportunity for Hamilton boys.
beautifully down the right-hand side of the pool. The opportunity was there. And now, Rangitoto. Hamilton boys still playing this very much sort of man-on-man defence. Looking to try and switch it up. Shot comes and through. Wow, that's probably the first sort of error we have seen from Matt Lander. He's been so good on that occasion, though. Just not quite the balance that he had hoped for.
Yeah, I think it took a tip from the field player. But you make your own luck.
5-4, first time in the game, Rangitoto with the lead. Now, Rangitoto ringing some changes. Bringing some big changes too. Good defence coming once again from Tom.
Good
Colin.
work.
And that time, Hamilton boys tie it back up.
Michael Scott again at centre forward. Great job. Nice turn to his left. Good finish, shot under the goalkeeper.
Better press defence from Hamilton, a lot more urgency now. Really putting Rangitoto back on their heels, not allowing them to come forward.
Sam Wolf's having a rest, so they can go man on man a little bit
Braden
easier.
Cooper now looks to it. Now there's an opportunity here coming for Rangitoto. He needs to try and pull the trigger, and he does, just wide from Kobe Newt. And Hamilton now looking to go long. Oh, wonderful play.
Good spin and exclusion.
So that is brilliant. We talk about individual moments. Is this one of them?
Timeout called by Hamilton boys.
Outstanding play from Michael Scott again, wearing the number 6 cap for Hamilton boys. He has been everywhere. How strategic the timeout?
Very, especially on 6-5. Good opportunity to position the athletes that you want in the right spots quickly and efficiently, and then you can run a set play. Generally, they should have 3 or 4 plays that they can mould from the one play.
Nothing in it. 3 minutes in this third quarter. Bronze medal match you are watching live on Sky Next. This is the Chris Hayward Invitational, the top 10 schools from last year's National Championship invited to this tournament. Schools, of course, coming in off the back of COVID. It's taken a few days for them to probably find their true form. Now Hamilton boys trying to tie things up, but good defence coming from Rangitoto. The shot comes now, brilliant. Oh, this time from Boston Frost, who got himself across onto that near post and shut down a very good shot. So good patience being shown from Rangitoto. They say that the finals, it's often won on defence.
This is a very well constructed offense too.
Ollie Pritchard.
Ooh.
He's aggressive, Pritchard. Now Rangitoto College, look at the urgency now to get back. You see the white water coming from the CAC. Tough sport aerobically. And that is great from Rangitoto. Great pressure.
Yeah, Daniel Warman pushing the ball under.
So Wolf lays it off to Caden Brown.
Comes in on a post up.
Michael Scott just letting Brown know, I'm here. Just want to just send him a little psychological message. Chance coming for Rangitoto. They look to still switch play. Happy to be patient.
Great entry pass.
So very, very good play from Rangitoto. Looking to try and find Max Wolf in the middle of the pool. So Buckley wearing the number 4 cap for Rangitoto. Just trying to control things at the moment. Chance comes, shot comes, brilliant! That is wonderful from Caden Brown for Rangitoto.
Excellent shot. The blocker didn't have the corner.
No, he made something out of nothing on that occasion. 7-5, a 2-goal buffer. For much of the first period, it was Rangitoto who trailed by 2. So Hamilton boys just getting rattled a little bit here defensively at the moment. Again, just a pass that didn't need to really be thrown at that point, and that is pressure. That's what you see at secondary school level, how these young men handle pressure. Rangitoto, more of his own defence coming from Hamilton boys. Chance a shot will come. They go, look, brilliant once again from Rangitoto, Caden Brown. Well, he's got the radar on. He just seems to have so much time. He saw a little opening down the right-hand side and decided, I'm good enough. And now, 8-5, Rangitoto over Hamilton boys high. Just a minute remaining in this third period.
Yeah, they're giving Caden Brown too much time with the ball, and he's allowed to put it wherever he likes.
What do Hamilton have to do here, Kirk Goldsworthy?
Well, it's going to need to be a good entry pass, ideally an exclusion from this offence.
Putting the pressure on, though, Rangitoto.
And they got the exclusion with 50 seconds left. This is a great opportunity for them to get it back to 2.
Well, they really do need to take their chance now, don't they? Good play from Rangitoto, though. Continuing to put the opportunity here. The little lob shot. And what do the referees say? No goal.
No goal. The whole ball has to cross the line.
So they get themselves out of trouble.
And an exclusion for Rangitoto.
So Rangitoto, psychologically, can they damage Hamilton boys high with 17 seconds remaining in this third period? You would have think 4-goal buffer might just be too much. Chance comes. Happy to be patient. Intercepted, though. Too easily picked up and read by Connor Stewart for Hamilton boys. Good play. The long shot. But heading into the fourth and final quarter, it is Rangitoto leading Hamilton boys 8-5. You're watching the bronze medal match of the Chris Hayward Invitational, the premier New Zealand secondary schools water polo competition in 2020. Well, Kirk Goldsworthy, what a swing, what a turn in fortunes for Rangitoto.
Yeah, 7-1 goal swing. Outstanding by Rangitoto. Good defence, nice patience. Max Wolf chiming in, creating some problems, freeing up space for Caden Brown. And they're putting them away.
Got to say, coaching staff for Rangitoto, can they be any more laid back?
He's not always that laid back.
It's interesting though, isn't it? Different coaching styles. Some people love to be a little bit more animated. Others, the message they feel they get through. But that's getting a bit of a read on your team, isn't it? It's getting a bit of a read on the I guess the mindsets, the types of personalities you have. And I'd imagine, as you said, sometimes there will be some real shouting going on. Don't feel at the moment. This is the opportunity for that. You're leading 8-5. You're doing everything right.
Yeah, there's no need to. Certainly not.
Hamilton boys are running out of time. They really need to be the first scorer in the start of this fourth and final period. And don't go away, because we have a cracker of a gold medal matchup for you next between the defending champions, the home school, Sacred Heart College, up against Tauranga. Good to see depth in the Bay of Plenty. We saw last week in the girls' final, it was Diocesan up against Mount Maunganui College. So we got the boys' equivalent final coming up for you next. I guess the thing, Rangitoto, what do? Do they shut up shop here?
No,
do they look to run the shot clock down every time they get it, play the 30 seconds?
They'll work for exclusions because you get a repeat set.
Just want to acknowledge sponsors of New Zealand Water Polo 2, 2XU, Delphina Sport. Do check out their wonderful range of swimwear, water polo specific, and of course Cap 7, the ball, out of the United States, 2XU. Chance here, so Hamilton get the start they want. They need to look to capitalise early though. Good defence once again from Rangitoto. Luca Masur again forcing the pass. The shot comes, skims off the surface, hits the upright, and Rangitoto survive the onslaught.
Yeah, well executed shot by Michael Scott. Unfortunate for them.
So, Boston Frost for Rangitoto. Bryden Harvey wearing number 10 for Hamilton. More than happy to get up and monster Caden Brown on defence.
Again, Caden Brown's got space.
So it is Brown with a long shot this time.
Yeah, good block, Matt Lander.
So they will retain possession. The equivalent of a corner.
This is exactly what Rangitoto want to do.
So Mika Buckley. Well, they've already almost killed a minute. The score hasn't changed, so 6 minutes now becomes 5. And they've extended that lead, have they?
They have indeed.
They have, so it now goes out to 9-5. Well, can we describe this as an upset?
No, not really. These two teams battled hard in the round robin. It was a 2-goal game. There's still plenty of Polo left. It's just whether 4 goals
They need to
in
score
5 minutes.
And they need to score quickly. Hamilton, how do they change their tactics? Good man-on-man press defence from Rangitoto. Good little pass, but intercepted now from Rangitoto. And they turn defence now into offence. Again through that man, Caden Brown. What a quality player. Wolf
Again.
finds Brown. Brown back to Wolf. And Wolf with the shot! Wow, talk about power, talk about precision and performance.
Yeah, Caden Brown and Max Wolf really clicking really well.
And the timeout, is it? It is real trouble for Hamilton boys with 4.5 minutes remaining. It's a big ask to find 5 goals with the way Rangitoto have set up their zone defence when needed, and also not afraid to get up and press as well.
Yeah, they adjust well, depending on what the centre-back, centre-forward situation is. Very mobile, quick over 2-3 metres.
Tough sport aerobically, one of the toughest. Very good swimmers, backstroke freestyle, and then that ability to have that egg beater kick going, to get so much propulsion that you can get your hips out of the water and shoot like we've just seen.
Kieran Van Straten really needs to get into the game right now. They're going to take a risk here. They've left players down the other end of the pool. And that's probably why Sefa Tuasau called timeout, to make sure that they didn't get, if they missed at the front end, get hurt at the other end.
That's the thing, isn't it? Sometimes you are not aware of what the opposition is doing, so they're not dropping 2 players back. You've got ball, you've got possession, you're assuming they have. Requires the coach to take that time out. Just remind them, look, if they break out, it's going to be a 2-on-1.
Extremely high percentage 2-on-1. So again, looks like Seth is just saying, stay nice and wide, be patient, keep doing what you're doing.
So Rangitoto College, well, probably the smaller side physically, but very well drilled, very well organised.
And again, they've left 2 players down the other end. If they can get the ball down the pool.
Well, they need to, though. Good man-on-man D.
2-on-1.
Opportunity here.
I
Hamilton
think
need
it's
to
too
go
slow.
quick.
Yeah.
Need to go quick. As I said, too slow. And any opportunity they had of an overlap, well, it's been squandered now. Good defence once again coming from Caden Brown.
Kieran Van Straten not playing the ball correctly.
So
offensive foul. Again, staying at that other end.
That is pressure. Well, they've got no choice. Not dissimilar to what you often see in ice hockey. They'll just take the goalkeeper out, the goaltender out, put an extra man on the ice in the hope, and I'd hate to say it at this point with 3.5, but almost desperate hope.
Another good chance.
Oh, great
Good
save.
block. Excellent block, Matt Lander.
Fortunately, though, for Hamilton Boys High School, it'll be Rangitoto who retain possession. Luca Masur, Max Wolf and Ollie Pritchard, the big three for Rangitoto. Alongside of him, Daniel Warman wearing the number 2 cap. Outstanding nucleus. Chance now.
Exclusion.
So an exclusion.
Michael Scott has played well.
Yeah, but Hamilton, they're just being forced to pass, and in doing so, time is running out.
3 minutes to go, 4 goals required. Still a very big ask. There's at least 3 possessions each team.
Too little, too late, is it? Hamilton Boys through Michael Scott. Big future, this young man. As we see Tauranga in the background making their way in the final. Following this, take on Sacred Heart. Oh, good again, but very good from Matt Lander. Now, this is the chance. This is what Hamilton have been working on. Keeping 2 players up this far end offensively. Desperation stuff coming from Tom Collin for Rangitoto, though, doing the job asked of him.
Gave up the penalty. Maybe it is. Maybe there is enough time.
Maybe on that angle, though. I wonder whether the penalty was the option. So a chance here for Mitchell Kitely. And it is Kitely who scores. And suddenly, it is just a 3-goal difference.
Yeah, 2 quick goals.
Rangitoto here.
And again, they're going to send players down the pool. Hamilton Boys. This time, Rangitoto are sending players back.
Yeah, Mitchell Kitely there. Good man-on-man D.
Max Wolf draws an exclusion. Half spun, got in front. Player falls on top of him, pulls him back.
So Rangitoto just now really just trying to finish this off and secure that bronze medal. The shot comes. And Rangitoto extend the lead to 4 goals.
Yeah, nice shot, Ollie Pritchard. Left-handed. Perfect place for him to play on that side.
Well, when you look at Wolf, Pritchard, Masur, Warman, Froston goals been magnificent as well. Nicely balanced side, Rangitoto.
There's been a lot of goals in the last minute.
Yeah, I wonder whether that's just fatigue too. We've had COVID-19. They haven't had a lot of tournament play. Been going since Tuesday. But it's also pressure. Desperation.
Oh,
shot here.
Pass.
Great piece of play from Hamilton. And brilliant from Michael Scott.
Great pass from Kieran van Straten.
And so, 3 goals. 1 minute 48 remain. Hamilton needs to be the next scorer. They need to going to get
They're off again.
some press defence. Get up in the face of Rangitoto. Try and turn it over. Try and force the pass. They do exactly that too. Hamilton will come away with it. It is still game on. They've got the time. Now they look to switch. Comes up through Bryden Harvey.
Into Michael Scott.
Scott, though. Does he draw the exclusion?
No, minor foul.
So, Scott. They don't have time. They're going to need to roll the dice. The shot comes from long, but wide.
Plenty of power from Kieran van Straten there.
So, Von Straten. You hear the shot clock go down, so good pressure coming from Rangitoto again. All they need to do is run the clock down here. They can afford to play a lot more strategically.
Great steal, Mitchell Kitely. Ball in hand.
But almost just a bit too relaxed. And again, a wayward pass, and they turn it back over. Well, that's what pressure does. Well, 2 pieces of play from both Rangitoto and Hamilton. Well, maybe both sides were just a little lackadaisical.
36 seconds left in the game.
There's Rangitoto, who are looking like they will take out the bronze medal, the third place in the Chris Hayward Invitational, the premier secondary school boys tournament in 2020 in the sport of water polo. Plenty of anticipation for the final after this.
All they have to do is advance the ball down the pool.
Looking to just run the clock down.
As long
Good
as-
play here.
as long as
Now
he's
Hamilton
moving
start to wake up. Looking to just switch back and forward. Be more than happy just to pass the ball around. Rangitoto now just taking control. No real choice there from Mitchell Kitely for Hamilton boys. And now they look to try and go long. And with just 1 second remaining, that'll be it. Rangitoto College run out winners over Hamilton Boys High, 11 goals to 8, and they will take the bronze medal in a very closely fought, outstanding game of water polo. Kurt Goldsworthy, I'll let you sum that performance up from both schools.
Hamilton Boys High started very well. A few opportunities, they took them, they put them away. Michael Scott was very strong in the first quarter, very strong in the last quarter. But from the second and third, certainly all went to Rangitoto. Max Wolf, in particular, stepping up early, then creating opportunities and forcing Caden Brown, allowing Caden Brown, to have some space and time. And Rangitoto really did put them to the sword. It was an excellent match, with Matt Lander starting strong. As we see the Sacred Heart boys at one end getting ready to hop in the pool for their warm-up. Yeah, I thought Michael Scott was outstanding for Hamilton boys. Ethan Mateo was strong, Mitchell Kitely was strong. But Rangitoto, too strong. Max Wolf, too powerful. And then once Caden Brown had some time and space, the goals really did start to come. After every match, team handshakes. Sacred Heart boys entering the water. Just waiting now for an interview. Mark Watson's going to run. We have Tauranga boys warming up on the left-hand side. Yep, and I think we're now going to cross and have an interview.